Tatsambhava kaviratonyadapashyamanas Tvam bijamatmani tatam sabahir vichintya Na vindadabdashatam apsu nimajyamano Jaten kure kathamuho palabheta bijam. Translation. From that great lotus flower, Brahma was generated, but Brahma certainly could see nothing but the lotus. Therefore, thinking you to be outside, Lord Brahma dove into the water and attempted to find the source of the lotus for 100 years. He could find no trace of you, however, for when a seed fructifies, the original seed cannot be seen. Purport. This is the description of the cosmic manifestation. The development of the cosmic manifestation is like the fructification of a seed. When cotton is transformed into thread, the cotton is no longer visible. And when the thread is woven into cloth, the thread is no longer visible. Similarly, it is perfectly correct that when the seed that had generated from the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu became manifested as the cosmic creation, one could no longer understand where the cause of the cosmic manifestation is. Modern scientists have tried to explain the origin of creation by a chunk theory, but no one can explain how such a chunk might have burst. The Vedic literature, however, explains clearly that the total material energy was agitated by the three modes of material nature because of the glance of the Supreme Lord. In other words, in terms of the chunk theory, the bursting of the chunk was caused by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, one must accept the Supreme Cause, Lord Vishnu, as the cause of all causes. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Prahlāda Mahārāja is continuing to explain the position of the Supreme Lord in connection with the creation. In the last class, which happened on Sunday, and previous to that, we understood how Prahlāda Mahārāja significantly asserted that even though creation is coming from you, you are prithak. In one verse he told prithak means separate. In subsequent verse he used the word anyaha. Anya means again separate. That even though the entire cosmic universe has come from you, you exist separately. It is not that just like from a ashti tarvo, the simile was used, just like from the seed tree comes out. In a similar fashion, it is not that you are seed so you have vanished. That is why Prabhupada quoted in the purport, Bijam Sanatanaha. I am also the seed of all existence, but I am Sanatan, eternal seed. Sorry. And now in this verse, actually it is being mentioned. So the universe has been created by the Lord. It is non-different from the Lord. Just like this spirit soul, all of us have manifested this material body. This material body is also expansion of spirit soul. In a similar fashion, the expansion of Supreme Lord appears as this material universe, a cosmic manifestation. And how does it expand? That is being explained here. We retain our spiritual form which is within this body, but this material form develops over it. In a similar fashion, the Lord is there in His supreme spiritual form, and that form is called Vishnu. So 3 Vishnus have been explained. In previous verse, Prahlāda Mahārāja explained how you are lying down in the causal ocean and your eyes are half closed. In that way you are sleeping. But your sleep is completely different from the sleep of the conditioned living entities like us. When we sleep, we come into ignorance. Ignorance means forgetfulness. We forget what I am supposed to do, what is happening here. So the sleeping tendency is coming from God. Unless God relishes sleep, we cannot enjoy sleep. So God also sleeps, but God's sleeping is different. God also eats, but God's eating is different. Unless God eats, why shall we eat? Unless God tastes, why shall we develop desire to taste? Because we are coming from God. So it very simply means God is a person. We like to joke because God likes to joke. We like to socialize because God wants to socialize, so God is a person. It is simple to understand. But God's eating, God's joking, God's life is very different from our activities. Our activities are all miserable. You want to eat something tasty, now you cannot eat more. You have to work very hard to arrange that tasty thing. And then if you want to eat more, then you will have disease, you will get diabetic and heart attacks and so many other things. You cannot enjoy more also. Without eating also we cannot less. If I eat, I get addicted. Life is very painful. Without enjoyment, I cannot live. If I enjoy anything in this material world, I get addicted. I create more births and deaths. But God's life is not like this. Eating for a sick man is very, very miserable, as we discussed. Sick man vomits as soon as you put some food into mouth. Sick man cannot dance. What to speak of dance? Cannot get up from the bed, feeling so tired and weak. So just like there is a difference between the activities, same activities are miserable for a diseased person, which are source of pleasure for otherwise a healthy man. In a similar fashion, God's all activities are completely in mode of goodness. So God does not come into ignorance. Rather, that stage is called trance, the sleep of God, that is called Yog Nidra. And yogis also, when they meditate completely, they experience the same trance of Yog Nidra, what Lord is experiencing. So that is called Samadhi. So the sleep of Lord is called Samadhi. Samadhi is a state of complete absorption on spiritual platform with complete, full consciousness, in full knowledge. There is no question of ignorance on that platform. So this is the first form of Lord Vishnu, which is called Mahavishnu. From Mahavishnu's pores of the body, Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadandanathaha. Many bubbles are coming out. Just like we perspire, water comes out. All those bubbles are universe. Now in each and every universe, again Lord Mahavishnu expands himself as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And he enters into each of the universes. And then the universe is like a shell, anda, egg. It is egg shaped. Within that, Lord Vishnu enters, and then universe is Shri Shri Radha Krishna Chandra ki Jai. So the universe is empty. When Lord Vishnu enters, he sees it is empty. And then he releases perspiration from his body. With that perspiration, half of the universe gets filled with water. And that is known as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Garbhodak means Garbh Sagar, Udak means ocean, Shai means one who is lying. So Lord Vishnu lies on that Garbhodak ocean, on the snake bed. And Mother Lakshmi, she is massaging the lotus feet. Now when he is lying on that Garbhodak ocean, taking the service from Mother Lakshmi, from the navel of Lord Vishnu, which Vishnu? Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, second Vishnu. So in the navel, so we can understand Lord is huge. He is lying within the universe, the shell of the universe. So what would be the size of Lord? He is so big. So in his navel there is lake. And from that lake, in that lake, Bijam it is mentioned here. Tvam Bijam Atmani, a seed is produced. And from that seed what comes? Lotus. Just like here from seed it develops, there also from that seed, one seed comes out of the navel of Lord Vishnu, in that lake, lotus sprouts up. Just like here also the lotuses are sprouting in the lakes. Similarly, on that top of, when the lotus has sprouted, Lord Brahma appears, and then Brahma is confused. So just imagine you are the single person in the universe. Just you are there and a lotus is there. And nothing is there. So you may wonder, what is this happening? Who am I? So thus Prahlāda Mahārāja mentions here, Tat Sambhava. Sambhava means who was generated. Kavi means most intelligent person. So Brahma is most intelligent. He is engineer of the universe. He has created further all of our bodies, 84 lakh species, our destinies, everything Brahma has created. So he is most wise. And Brahma has to always remain alert. 12 hours he works continuously. And if Lord Brahma dozes off for a while, there is devastation in the universe. And it happened. During the 6th Manu, Chakshusha Manu, Lord Brahma dozed off little. And then the entire world got inundated with waters. So all the planets he has to manage, so many crores of planets, galaxies, what scientists call. So he takes sufficient rest for 12 hours after that. And when he goes to rest for 12 hours, the bottom 10 planetary systems, they are completely inundated with water. Top 4 planetary systems, their spiritual life is practiced, so they are not disturbed by Brahma's night. So if he also follows spiritual life, he will not be disturbed by any devastation. But material living entities, they are devastated. Bottom 10 planetary systems. So in this way, Brahma is most intelligent man. And most intelligent man, when he appeared, Prahlāda Mahārāja uses the word Sa Bahir Vichintya. Common sense is, yes, I am coming from the lotus. So the origin of all of us, this entire universe of myself and the lotus, must be there outside, from where lotus has come. This common sense, general sense. So he went down the lotus to trace the origin, but he could not find why. The example given is because Jate Ankure Katam Uhopalabheta Bijam. Once the seed has sprouted into a plant, the seed can no longer be seen. In a similar fashion, the seed which was the source of lotus got transformed into lotus. So he could not find the origin. So of course, the lotus is still there on the navel of Lord Vishnu, but Lord Vishnu is completely spiritual. So he cannot be seen, accessed with our eyes, how much ever we can try to do research. So this is very, very important point to understand. Even a person like Lord Brahma, he also could not understand the origin, he could not understand God, and he is most intelligent man. So how we can understand with our limited intelligence? Similarly, there is another instance, as Srila Prabhupada explains, it is mentioned in Krishna book Chaitanya Charitamrita also. When Lord Brahma went to meet Lord Krishna in Dwarka, so gatekeeper asked, yes sir, who are you? So he told, I want to meet Lord Krishna, I am Brahma. So he went inside, said, Brahma has come. So Krishna told, ask him which Brahma. So the doorkeeper came outside. So he told, my Lord is asking, which Brahma? Brahma told, which Brahma? I was the only one on top of lotus I came. How many Brahmas are there in universe? So he told, please tell him, 4-headed Brahma, father of the Kumaras. So he went back. So then Krishna told, okay, send him inside. So then Lord Brahma went inside and he praised Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna also praised Lord Brahma, and then he told, please tell me, for what reason have you come? He told, I will definitely tell you the reason, but before that I have a doubt. Please tell me, you asked on the gate, ask which Brahma has come? So are there many Brahmas in this universe? I was the first person of the universe. So then Lord Krishna smiled, it is mentioned. And then he meditated, and then immediately Lord Brahma saw many Brahmas appeared around him. And this Brahma is Brahma with 4 heads. There were Brahmas with 10 heads. with 100 heads, with 1,000 heads, with 10,000 heads, with million heads, with 10 million heads. And similarly Shivas, and similarly Indras with so many eyes on their bodies. So many Shivas, so many Indras and so many Brahmas appeared instantly. And all were bowing down at the lotus feet of Krishna. And Brahma was small like an insect, like a mosquito in front of them. Then Brahma realized. And then he told, people are foolish who think actually I understand anything about yourself. So thus Brahma could understand that there are so many. Then Lord Krishna explained to him, my dear Brahma, you see, you manage a very small universe. Your universe is smallest. So you only have 4 heads. If there are bigger universes, more heads are required. So thus you could see bigger Brahmas with many, many heads. So some people, that is why it is very difficult to understand, right? 4 heads, still we can manage. 1,000 heads, how a person will walk? 10,000, how they will fit top, bottom, left, right? One head will come in front of other. How will it work? So it appears, so we cannot understand. We have our limited understanding. So that is why Britishers, when they came, they read all these things. They called it mythology. They have given wonderful name, mythology. Myth means a widely held belief which is false. Widely held belief that yes, universe has come from Lord Vishnu, from him came Lord Brahma, and there are so many universes. But all this is actually false. It is just a belief. That is called myth. And study of myths is called mythology. But it is not mythology. So these are all facts. So we should not get confused. We should understand. Brahma also could not understand. So it is definitely very, very difficult to understand anything about the world, about the origin of world with our limited sense perception. So let people tell anything, let them give any philosophy, any theory, how we have come. But we have to understand that all the theories which might confuse us because we have been brought up in such an education system, it may confuse us. But we have to understand who are these people who are giving such theories. Prahlāda Mahārāja tells, Nūnam pramatta kurute vikarma yad indriya pritaya apranoti. Nūnam pramatta. Pramatta means very mad. Suppose 2 people are giving theories about origin of universe. One person has come from a very prestigious university. He has dedicated his life to understand the universe. And another person has come from asylum, mental hospital. So whom shall we believe? Obviously. So thus we have to understand, if a person is mad, there is no question of discussing their theories at all. And Prahlāda Mahārāja tells, they are mad. Who are mad? Yad indriya pritaya apranoti, who is leading his life for sense enjoyment, sense gratification. So any person whose aim of life is sense enjoyment, that person is called mad. So thus all the theories that we understand about the origin of world, about God, about anything, they are coming from people whose aim of life is sense enjoyment, and sense enjoyment is called madness. Why madness? Because they do not understand that we are here for just a short while. This world is temporary. Suppose we start a drama here. We call some people, okay, you act as husband, you act as wife, and then the wife dies in the drama, and the husband comes in depression. So that is called madness. Or the woman tells, I will not marry you, then person has gone mad again in the drama. In the drama he is playing the role of a poor man, and the person has come under depression, oh I am poor. In a drama somebody gets chastised by another person, and he seriously takes it. I will kill this man. He chastises me. He doesn't give me respect. So that is called madness. So we have to understand, similarly we are playing roles here. It is but a drama. Our forms are continuously changing. We were a small child, kid. Now we are no longer a kid. Then after some time we would be fathers, mothers. And after some time even we will be gone, our children will be gone. That role is finished. So continuously we are taking up different roles. And if we get seriously carried away by these roles, then that is called madness. So that is why the first condition of sanity is the person does not give any importance to anything which is temporary, which is just for a short while. It is only a drama, it is a fact. We are just playing roles. We have picked up these roles for a short while. So where is the question of any anxiety, any kind of hard work, any kind of dissatisfaction when it is a drama? It is a temporary setup which has been arranged. And we all understand it is a temporary setup. From earth forms have come. They will go back into earth. It will get vanished. Just for a while our forms are flapping here in this world. Just a temporary setup. So that is why Lord Brahma has composed wonderful prayers. How one can understand God? Jnane prayasam udapasya namanta eva jivanti sanmukharitam bhavadiya vartam. Give up the habit of mental speculation. Dog, how much ever can try, dog can never understand how humans' brains function. So thus with our brain also we cannot understand transcendental subject matter, how much ever we can try. It is matter, it is designed to conceive matter. So jnane prayasam udapasya, we should give up this habit of understanding. Lord Brahma could not understand after 100 years of research. Then how anybody else can understand? So Lord Brahma tells, namanta eva, become very humble. So when a person becomes humble, he understands, I cannot understand God with my limited sense perception, and he surrenders. He starts rendering service. And by rendering service, Krishna becomes pleased, and then he reveals himself. So humility is required. But humility, it is explained, nobody can become humble unless he expects any honor in this world. Humility means not being anxious to get the satisfaction of being honored by others. When people honor us, we get satisfaction of the heart, right? That is why we work hard. I want to show off my material success, and then people will honor me. And then I get tremendous satisfaction. We gain it directly or we gain through people who are connected to us. So anybody who is seeking honor in this world, there is no question of humility. Such a person can never practice humility. He will always be anxious. Oh, people should respect me, people should respect me. And then he will be working very hard to get that respect and to maintain that respect in the society. And that is called madness. In a drama, a person wants to be famous. So that is why there was a sage. His name was Lomash. And he had a very, very long life. Long life means how many years? 1,000 years? 10,000 years? So it is told he was having the lifespan of, he was supposed to live as many kalpas as there were hairs on his body. What is a kalpa? Kalpa means 1 day of Brahma. 1 day of Brahma is equal to 1,000 years. 1,000 Mahayugas. 1 Mahayuga is equal to 43 lakhs 20,000 years. Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga combined together. That is how much? 43 lakh 20,000 years. There is 1 Mahayuga. Like this into 1,000. 43 lakh 20,000 into 1,000. That is called 1 Kalpa. And how many hairs are there on the body? Multiplied by 43 lakhs 20,000 into 1,000. So this was his lifespan. And then his disciples, they thought our spiritual master, he is not having any house to live. So then they made a hut for him so that he can practice his devotional service nicely over there. And when he saw his disciples making a hut, he became very angry, upset. He told, don't you have any knowledge? Don't you know we are there for a short while in this world? So actually it is a fact. How much ever long life we have, ultimately it is temporary. Suppose you are given an option. Now next 1 hour, you have freedom. You can make money which will be permanently with you. Or you can make money which will be finished in some time. Which kind of money you would like to earn? Permanent, of course, which always stays with us. Prabhupada gives another example. You are living in a country, and then will you work very hard to make a house over there when you know you will be deported in some time? No. I know I am going to move away from this place. So thus every second I would like to work for my permanent benefit, because time is limited. In that time you can either have something temporary which will be left behind in this world. In the same time you can build your permanent asset which will be there always with you. So that is why any moment which is wasted, any moment which is spent here for any material benefit, for gaining material wealth, gaining material prestige, it is simply useless waste of time, because that moment is gone for something temporary. All the people we are trying to impress, they will not remain here, neither we shall remain here. So why have I wasted even single moment in planning for material enjoyment? This is the verdict of the scriptures. Because I am eternal. So just body and soul should be maintained, that's it. Otherwise every moment is precious. So unless for preaching Krishna consciousness, a person should not be at all concerned with the world, because it's a temporary thing. The forms have come up from the earth and all the forms will vanish. Nobody will remain here, neither we shall remain. So when Bharat Maharaj, he came to receive Lord Ramchandra, my dear brother, please come back. We cannot see you suffering here in the jungle. So Lord Ram preached him for 1 hour. Very important instructions. And all the people, sages who were assembled there, they got delighted hearing this instruction. So Lord Ramchandra told, my dear Bharat, there is no cause of any worry for a person than his own self, his own life. Why you are worrying about anybody else? Every person should worry just about himself, that he is going to die. All of us are going to die, so this should be the subject matter of concern. There is no other cause of worry in this world. We are going to die, we are going to leave, so where is the preparation? So thus any expectation of honor in this world, that is called madness. Just like a person is expecting honor in drama, a good situation in drama, temporary setup. So if we are expecting any honor in this world, then we cannot become humble. And if we are not humble, there is no question of understanding God. Jnane prayasamudapasya namanta eva, become very humble. So then when a person becomes humble, Jivanti Sanmukharitam, then he can completely follow the instructions of the devotees. Sanmukharitam. Hear from them about me, about my science. And surrender yourself with Tanuvan Manobhi, with mind, body and words. Ye prayasho jit jitopi taistri lokyam. Then the person is unconquerable in the 3 worlds, will also be conquered by you. So that's the simple process we have to follow. So one should not get discouraged. Oh Lord, Brahma also could not understand for 100 years. And 100 years of demigods calculation. So 6 months of demigods, 6 months of our planet is equal to 1 day on the planet of, and similar is 1 night. So it means 1 year on planet Earth is equal to 1 day on the planets of demigods. And such 100 years Brahma was searching. That means into, so this much human years. 36,500 years. So I hardly live for 100 years. What will I understand about God? So it is told no. We can understand. Why? Because Brahma was doing mental speculation. From his own strength, his ability, he wanted to understand. But we have a very simple process. And what is that process? That is a process of devotional service. And what is devotional service? Prabhupada explains. First canto, second chapter, verse number 6. Ahetuki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. This devotional service is savai punsam paro dharmo yato bhakti rathokshaje ahetuki apratihata. So Prabhupada was explaining this, we were hearing in the lecture yesterday. So some girls had come for the lecture and Prabhupada praised them. He told, with such difficulty you are coming for the lecture every day, it is very nice. So bhakti is apratihata. Prabhupada became very pleased with them. And then he told, so bhakti is apratihata. Bhakti cannot be checked by any material cause. So then Prabhupada continued, very important statement Prabhupada made. Prabhupada told, any person, anywhere, in any circumstances, can become the greatest devotee of the Lord. So first Prabhupada told, any person, anywhere, in any circumstances. Somebody can tell, oh, I am not qualified, I am having 100 bad habits, bad addictions, I have no determination, no enthusiasm, I have got diseases and so many other lust, greed is there in my heart, I cannot become good devotee. Prabhupada is telling any person, I am there in some other far off place, I do not have devotees with me, around me. Prabhupada tells, anywhere. My situation is very bad, people are not favorable around me. Prabhupada tells, in any situation, any person, anywhere, in any situation can become, Prabhupada tells, greatest devotee, not just devotee, greatest devotee of the Lord. And Prabhupada then explains how one can do that. Prabhupada tells, simply if he does this thing. What is that? No. Simply if he chanting? No. 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 One word. Huh? No. Only one word. No. No. It is very simple. Nothing can be simpler than this. Even simpler than that. Big round of applause for Abhijit. That is the right answer. Nothing can be simpler than desiring. Let me have a palace. Let me have nice car. Nothing can be simpler than desire. Let me become president of US. And there are desire fulfilling trees in the heavenly planets. Whatever you desire, they will give. You want big army, they will give army. You want palace, they will give palace. You want nice eatables, they will give that. But that will not give satisfaction of the heart. When a person gets satisfaction of the heart, when bhakti is done in a manner which is ahetuki apratihata. Ahetuki means causeless, only for satisfaction, pleasure of Krishna, and apratihata means without any interruption. Continuous bhakti, when it is done, yayatma, that gives satisfaction to my heart. If my bhakti is interrupted at intervals, then I will not be satisfied. If it is with some motive, I will not get satisfaction of the heart. So everyone is seeking satisfaction of the heart, that is attained by doing bhakti, which is ahetuki apratihata. Then atma suprasidati. The whole world is seeking sense satisfaction, self-satisfaction, that is done in this manner. So Prabhupada has given us here so simple. Prabhupada tells, anywhere, any person, anywhere, in any circumstances can become greatest devotee of the Lord simply if he desires. So we simply have to desire. That's it. That I have to become very nice devotee, most advanced devotee. Then I can become most advanced devotee simply by desiring. But this desire does not come very easily. We'll desire so many things, but we'll not desire to become devotee. If we desire, Krishna will sanction. So Krishna tells, see, desire kar lo mera devotee banne ke liye. I am ready. But we don't desire. Our heart is full of so many temporary desires. In this situation, temporary world drama, where people have taken up different forms, I have taken up a form. I am crying, laughing, exhibiting all madness in this. I am giving various theories. So any person who is working for anything in this material world is Pramatta Prahlāda Mahārāja. He is a madman. Madman may give any theory, we should not get disturbed. Understand, it's not mythology, all these are facts. Those people who have no madness in their heart, no lust, no greed, such people, they have approved of this knowledge. So if it's so simple that I have to simply desire in order to become advanced devotee, then I can understand Lord Krishna, whom Lord Brahma cannot understand. Then let me develop this desire. How do we develop this desire? Yes, all the desires. Why we desire now to sit here and hear about Krishna? Because we stumbled across some devotees, right? Why I am speaking this Bhagavatam class today? Because I stumbled across some devotees. So when I would first visit, so devotees would tell, okay, you come on weekend. I told, I am very busy. Sundays you can come. No, Sunday there is no college. No, I have business meeting on Sunday. Okay, then weekdays you can come. No, weekdays I have coaching. Okay, other day. So I was very nicely showing I am so busy. I don't have time for next 6 months. So madness. And then one friend kindly gave me Bhagavad Gita. So I was following some other Guruji. And then I clearly saw Bhagavad Gita has got contradiction with the words of Guruji. So I was so very much intelligent that I thought of contradiction. So let me just stop reading Bhagavad Gita, follow Guruji. I should have stopped Guruji and follow Bhagavad Gita. So this is called intelligence of a materialist. There is cow dung in the brain. So thus, because we stumbled across but some devotees, slowly by their kind mercy, by their association, we could understand this knowledge. So by all means, we should always remember this verse of the Vedas. What is the instruction? Naham brahmapi bhuyasam tvad bhakti rahito hare tvai bhaktastu kitopi bhuyasam janma janmasu. I do not have desire to even become Brahma. Naham brahmapi bhuyasam. What is the power of Brahma who can create the universe, all the planets? What is Brahma? As powerful as Vishnu, all of us are resting on the body of Brahma, all the living entities. That is Brahma. How powerful Brahma is. But Naham Brahma, I do not want to become Brahma, the topmost position of the universe. And the most insignificant birth is birth of insect. And the devotee is telling, let me take birth as an insect, but in the house of your devotee. So association even as an insect in the house of devotee is more exalted than position of Brahma. Because he has started his spiritual life, eternal journey, and Brahma is but a temporary position, it's a post. So temporary life, even if you become Brahma in a drama, you become king in a drama, what is the value? That drama can last for some time, what is the value? It will end one day, and then what will happen to you? I am eternal. So thus, birth as an insect in the house of devotee is more valuable. So we are working hard to attain some position in this material world. What hard work are we doing to gain the association of devotees? By Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, it is so simple. Association of devotees is so simple. So we should simply desire association. If I am living with devotees, I am in much better position than Lord Brahma also. That is fact. Because Brahma will remain here. Of course, our Brahma is a pure devotee. He is our spiritual master. Otherwise, Brahmas remain here. And the devotee goes out. So thus, birth as an insect in the house of devotees is much, much higher position. So all the hard work, all the planning, it should be done. How can I live with devotees? That's it. If I simply live with devotees, even as an insect, I am most fortunate. And if I have a human form, in human form I am living with devotees, what can be greater than that? So thus this is the greatest achievement that a person can have in life, association of devotees. And in that also, first, if we have association of devotees, then we should aspire for association of advanced devotees, Prabhupada tells. Association with advanced devotees is the secret of success of spiritual life. Devotees also could be many, but all not may have the intense eagerness, this desire to attain a good position, advanced position in spiritual life. ठीक है, let me chant, let simply हो जाएगा भक्ति, 2-3 लाइफ में तो चले ही जाएंगे. And we have started. But those devotees who are having strong desire, advanced devotees, their association is sought. That is why Rupa Goswami has mentioned in Nectar of Instruction, identify who is neophyte, who is madhyamadikari, who is advanced devotee. And association should be sought of advanced devotees. But advanced devotees, how will have their association? Everybody would like to have association. So then the secret is, what is the secret? Prabhupada explains. To advance, to make our spiritual life perfect, anybody can do that. Does not matter how much ever disqualified we are in any situation. Desire. Desire comes from association of advanced devotees. How does it come? Yes? जोरदार तालियां यशवंत के लिए. Yashwant has understood service. Yes. By service we associate. Otherwise, even if we are living in the house of devotees, we will not be able to take advantage. Service is required. Otherwise, the bug is sitting on the lap of the king, but all the bug is expert in doing is biting the king. Cannot take advantage. So service. So it is very simple to understand. If we render service, there is automatic association. Rather, devotees will be eager to guide us. They will give association if you are doing service. So service is the secret. So that is why it is told simply, Sevan Mukhe Jivva. Simply if you render service, everything comes automatically. We are rendering service nicely. Devotees will be able to give time, would like to give time when we are rendering. Because devotees have no other business than serving Krishna. And anybody who serves Krishna nicely, devotees will give time. That is the only business of devotees. So thus service is the secret. And what to speak of advanced devotees, we'll have association of Prabhupada directly. Prabhupada tells you engage nicely in service of Krishna, follow all my instructions very sincerely, then you will feel the presence of my body with you always. We will feel the presence of Prabhupada and Krishna always. If we sincerely execute all the instructions, follow all the instructions and do seva. So thus we should render nicely service. Then we need not wait for 100 celestial years or longer than that. Krishna will reveal himself. Sevan mukhe jivvado swayamev spuratyadaha. Then we understand everything about Krishna. And when we understand everything about Krishna, then our life is blissful. Then we are free from the laws of nature. We are very happy here in this world and happy of course after that. So we'll finish here. Any questions? So we'll summarize. So all of you can share one point each. Yes. All Brahmas?
When Lord Brahma saw the ocean,
Yes.
saw the lotus, was he not scared and then he just jumped into the ocean? I was just curious to know. But he knew how to swim.
Yes, he knew how to swim. That is why he went inside. So the question is, when Brahma saw huge water ocean, did he not get scared? That So no, he was not scared. He was knowing swimming. So he went inside. But yes, sorry, in this connection, Brahma also got anxious, got disturbed once because there were so many winds and Brahma's lotus started waving very badly. So Brahma also got disturbed because of these winds. It has been explained here.
My one follow-up question is that at that time Brahma was not aware of, was he aware of the presence of the Lord, or was he, due to which he got the courage, or was he just trying to find the source
So the question is, was he aware of the presence of Lord? No. Nobody can become aware of the presence of Lord unless one is on the spiritual platform. But he understood there should be some cause. He wanted to find what is that cause. He was not knowing that cause has also entered within me. He is within also. And yes. Somebody was asking from you. Yes.
So, when somebody is doing their social service, giving food or rendering service to social humanity, so it is same as serving Krishna, or it is not that doing the bhakti, same path, or doing this is different, the path is different.
So the understanding is, Paramatma is seated in the heart of every living entity. So, if we render social service usually means satisfying the mind and body of others. Is that not devotional service? Is that also not serving Krishna? If I am serving the mind and body of other people because Krishna is seated within. So the understanding is, if I am there in the house and you are taking care of my house very nicely, you are painting nicely, taking care of my garden very nicely, you are putting nice tiles, everything. And if I am telling, give me something to eat, oh, you stop. You don't see I am painting the house nicely. If you do that, then that is actually disservice. Yes, house needs to be taken care of. That is very nice. That is also service. Yes, that is good. That is the beginning of service. So that is why it is told in Bhagavad Gita, if you cannot do this, cannot do this, do this. What is the best service to God? Go inside, who is sitting in the house, and serve Him. If you cannot do that, at least take care of His house. That is also good. That is indirect service because He is sitting in the house, you take care of the house. So yes, it is very nice question. That is why if somebody gives pain to the house, that is painful to Paramatma. So that is why we should not do violence. Unless sometimes violence is also good for the living entity. So otherwise, yes, one should not give pain to others, one should not give pain to oneself also. That is why people are very fond of fasting for political reasons. That is called demoniac in the Bhagavad Gita. So people who do fast for social political campaigns, that is demoniac. Because Paramatma is there in the heart, he feels pained by such activities. So that is why violence, that is why Lord Buddha told, you cannot understand God, at least don't do violence. So physical violence, even mental violence. So sometimes, actually it is very important question. We should not ignore this first step. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was instructing Sanatana Goswami, he told the behavior of a devotee is, the devotee does not put into anxiety any other living entity. Any other living entity. This is called austerity of speech. Even by your speech, you should not create anxiety for other living entities. Our speech also should be so sweet that other person does not get disturbed. So no actions, no word should be spoken which is the cause of anxiety for any living entity. Then Mahaprabhu adds, how much ever insignificant the living entity is. No living entity, even animals, should not be put into anxiety by our behavior because Paramatma is there within, we understand. So the mind should be undisturbed by our behavior and the body also should be undisturbed by our behavior. But if I think simply by taking care of the house or the dress of the person is satisfied, that is again ignorance. So yes, body and mind should definitely be taken care. Our behavior should be so nice that people around us are peaceful, they are not in anxiety. We take care of their body and mind, but then the most important is Lord is seated within the heart, service should be rendered to that Lord. Then it becomes real devotional service. So it is the first step, indirect step, but this is also important. Yes.
It is very disturbing when we read all of sages of many spiritual organizations.
Yeah.
How to overcome and stay in good association.
So it is disturbing when we see fall of sages in many spiritual organizations. So many spiritual organizations are not bona fide. So rise or fall, they are already fallen. Sometimes we see that they have fallen down, that's it. But yeah, in genuine path also there can be fall down. Because the spiritual life is declaring war against the illusory energy. So there would be severe test. That is why Prabhupada says apratihata. Bhakti should be not uninterrupted. Some difficulty is there, we give up our chanting, we give up devotee association, we give up this thing. No. Apratihata. Without any interruption, we should follow our bhakti rules and regulations. Krishna tests the devotees very, very severely. As for material advancement, there are tests for good position in material world. Krishna tests the devotees. So we have to maintain apratihata. And then Prabhupada tells, if you persevere, there would be difficulty in the beginning. Rendering devotional service will be difficult. But if you persevere, then it will be easy. So earlier for us it was very difficult. So one devotee was telling, so full-time devotee, he tells, so his family is very nice. Two brothers are there, both are full-time devotees. Father and mother are also full-time devotees. Entire family is into temple. So he tells it is very nice, no? Krishna has blessed you, your life is so easy, you could become devotee. My family is not favorable. So it is people sometimes don't understand the background. That how I have taken so many belts from my father, how he was beating me with belts. But I persisted with my bhakti. And now by Krishna's mercy, he is also devotee. So bhakti is not easy, either in this life or in previous life. The person has persevered a lot, person has struggled a lot. So this struggle we have to face, this is a test we have to pass. But if we struggle, we continue, we will be able to come to advanced position. I'm sorry, I think I got off the topic. What was the question? Fall down, yes. So there will be test. It's a war against Maya. So in a war, there will be fall down. We have to persevere. We have to continue. So we should not get disturbed. So every one of us has fallen down either in this life or in previous life. But by this struggle, we will stop falling down after a certain time. When there is no fall down, then we execute bhakti, there is success. So just like a child falls down, we should not get disturbed. Fall down is natural. In the initial stages, there will be fall down. In advanced stage also there can be fall down. It's a war. But it does not matter. Person will start again in this life. If not in this life one can become completely forgetful of Krishna. Sometimes attack is very strong. Person becomes forgetful, he leaves devotional service. No problem. Next life again Krishna will give opportunity. So we should not worry about it, about fall down. Just like in this world children fall down, we also fall down, but we get up and walk again. It's a war, it's a struggle. Yes. So the question is, when Lord Brahma came out of the lotus, was he a pure devotee at that time or later? No, later he became pure devotee. If he is a pure devotee, then he will see Krishna always inside and outside. Krishna is never missing from sight of pure devotee.
So in case of other Brahmas also Krishna imparts instruction?
Yeah, because Brahma is first person, so Krishna only has to instruct. There is no one else to instruct. So all the Brahmas are given instruction by Krishna. But not all are pure devotees. We were also all Brahmas only. All the living entities, they are first Brahma when they come to material world. And now we are here in struggling in locals and best buses. Yes.
Prabhu, in connection with the Shubhodhi Prabhu's question, there are many big personalities who perform social services and spend thousands and crores of rupees.
Yes. Yes.
How can they make their services, convert their social services into devotional service?
So the question is, many leaders are there who are spending thousands of crores of rupees in social service. So how the social service can be transformed into devotional service? So they should not stop there. So mind and body should be taken care. They should make arrangement. Once the mind and body is taken care, then Krishna consciousness should be inculcated. Just like we are also taking care. So all of us are being taken care. We are fed by the organization. Clothes are given to us by the organization. So there is social service. Correct? ISKCON also gives food and clothing and everything. But it does not stop there. Then ISKCON also gives spiritual instructions and devotional service, books. We are engaged in devotional service. So all these things should be continued. Then it is called devotional service. So we should not stop at that level. Yes. This is not example. In the previous verse example was given. In this verse it is a fact. Seed came out, from the seed lotus came up. No, from Lord, Lord was compared to seed, because from seed tree comes out. So this entire cosmic manifestation is compared to tree and Lord is compared to seed. But here in this case it is told actually it is a fact that from Lord a seed came out, from seed universe came out.
It is mentioned there that he was not able to see because this is a fact that when flower has come out, seed
Yes,
will not be there.
yes. So that is a material seed. That is how the material cosmos universe has come, because of a material seed. It gets transformed into flower.
The seed here, what is states is not actually Lord, right?
Not Lord, yeah. It was a seed which got transformed into lotus. Two verses are there. In one verse, simile comparison is there. In this verse, actual explanation is there.
So it looks like the seed is not there.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So I'm slightly confused about the position of Brahma.
Yeah.
Is he somebody whom Krishna has blessed with the job to take care of the creation and all of this, and which he is delivering with full devotional service to Krishna and thus doing all of this? Or is he somebody like us desiring a lot of intelligence who has been blessed with all intelligence and thus he stays in that position when he when he dissociates from his realization of God's presence and serving the Lord, that is when he falls down and becomes slave.
So Brahma, the question is the situation of Brahma. Is he a devotee of Krishna who has been deputed by him to engage all of us in devotional service? Or is he a person who wanted to have a good material position and thus he got to that place? So usually Brahmas are of various kinds. One Brahma is living entity like us. We also can become Brahma if we follow the rules and regulations of Vedas nicely for 100 lifetimes consecutively. So for 100 lifetimes, if we perfectly follow the Vedas, then we become Brahma. It is mentioned in Bhagavatam. Another situation is when the living entity comes from the spiritual world. Because he wanted to become God, he is made Brahma when he comes here. Another situation, third situation, when no living entity is qualified for a universe, then Krishna himself takes the position of Brahma. So sometimes Krishna is Brahma, sometimes the living entities who has risen up to that platform, he is Brahma, sometimes the living entity who has come from spiritual world, he is Brahma. Now Brahma is a position. In that position Krishna himself can sit, or a materialist can sit, or a devotee can sit. So Brahma is a post. Just like Prime Minister. Prime Minister could be a devotee who is executing the will of the Lord, or Prime Minister could be a materialist. So it is just a post. Yes. Yes. Context. So the context was Lord Brahma, even he is not able to understand Krishna. So thus Lord Brahma gives the clue how we can and what is the way of understanding Krishna. So he tells, I was doing this mental speculation for 100 celestial years and I could not understand. So thus you don't follow this process. The process of understanding is Krishna is Jnane Prayasa Mudapasya. This mental speculation, give up, Udapasya. Jnane Prayas. If I could not understand, how you will understand? Give up. Nobody can understand. Namanta eva, offer respects to Krishna. Jivanti sanmukharitam bhavadyevartam. Hear from the mouth of pure devotees about Lord Krishna, the signs. And tanuvan manobhir, namanta eva. From mind, body and words, become completely surrendered to Krishna and offer him respects. In this way, ye prayesho jit jitopi, you will be able to conquer the unconquerable Lord.
So somebody asked me that you told that Brahma came to Dwarka and he did not know that there was another Brahma. But when Krishna was in Vrindavan, shows Chatur Brahma, many other Brahmas.
Yes.
So how is that he was not known?
So the question is, there appear to be two such leelas. One leela when Brahma kidnapped the cowherd friends and cows and calves of Krishna in Vrindavan. That time also Krishna called all the Brahmas and he was able to see. Now again Brahma forgot. How do we understand? Again it is happening. So I do not have answer for this question. So it could be that these are situations of different kalpas, because in every kalpa, every day of Brahma, Lord Krishna appears here. So it could be in one kalpa, he showed many Brahmas in Vrindavan. It could be in another kalpa, he showed many Brahmas in Dwarka. And because in Bhagavatam, sometimes the stories gets mixed. Stories from different yugas, from different kalpas, from different manvantaras, they get mixed in one verse only or consecutive verses. Just like Shvet Varaha Kalpa, Rakta Varaha Kalpa. In Bhagavatam, together it is mentioned. Although they are different kalpas, they are different days of Brahma, but both are mentioned almost together. So thus Bhagavatam is not chronology, but the significant events are mentioned there. So it could be that that is why sometimes there is contradiction in scriptures. This is called kalpabhas. We'll hear that Govardhan came because the sage was carrying him. He wanted to carry, then he got cursed. So he stayed there. Another place we hear from Lord Hanuman brought it. Another place, some other story is there. We may get confusion how contradictory versions are coming. So this is called kalpabhas. Because the history remains the same with minor differences. In every kalpa there could be minor differences. So it could be a kalpabhas here. Or it is also possible that Brahma is again getting bewildered, because Krishna can bewilder anybody any number of times. So Prabhupada has not explained, so we cannot comment upon the reason.
And this pastime is not from Bhagavatam also.
Which pastime?
Brahma came to
Dwarka pastime?
It's not from Bhagavatam.
It is definitely mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. In Bhagavatam I don't remember. Yeah. Yes. There are?
There are tests for the devotee.
Yes.
And so when he crosses those tests,
Yes.
then things become easier.
Yes, yes.
So if somebody has crossed those tests and now things are easier, so isn't that all over or still more tests can come in future?
All will be over when we become Mahabhagavata. When we talk to Krishna, see to Krishna face to face. Now test can be over in two cases. One, we don't want to advance, then no test. Or we are Mahabhagavata. So Prabhupada tells tests will be there. So the question was whether tests are over after a certain time. No, yeah. Tests will be over if we don't want to advance. Materialists don't have to face any test. For them, just punishment. So tests are given when we want to advance. So if I am sincerely advancing, every day new tests will be given by Krishna.
So this is to one statement that you told that we should not give trouble to anyone.
Yeah.
So somebody is asking, but getting away from parents as a full-time devotee, by that parents will be disturbed. So is that okay to disturb?
Very good question. So it is told that we should not give trouble to other living entities. But you have given so much trouble to your parents. You have joined full time. You are speaking Bhagavatam here. So why this trouble? So there are various aspects to this understanding. First of all, we do not have capacity to give trouble to any living entity. Every living entity suffers or enjoys as per one's own karma. If I can give trouble to any living entity, means Krishna management is not proper. I can go and give trouble to anybody, to one of the God's children without any reason, no. So that is why Krishna tells, Prakrite kriyamanani gunay karmani sarvashah ahankar vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. So there is a very nice story in this connection. Sridhar Swami. Who is Sridhar Swami? The person who gave first commentary on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Ved Vyas gave Bhagavatam, he was the first commentator. Now Sridhar Swami, he wanted to take sannyas, but he was householder. And when he developed the desire to take sannyas, his wife was pregnant. So then he thought, I have responsibility, and what people will say if I leave my wife in this situation. Okay, it's a matter of just a few months. Once my wife delivers child, then I will go, then I will take sannyas. Sorry. Then people also will not misunderstand. Then wife delivered the child, and then he thought, okay, it is good. Then wife died. Now again child is newly born. Now how you can take sannyas? It will die. So then he told, now I am stuck. How long should I wait now? Child is there, I have to take care of child. Then like this he was contemplating. Again more difficulty can come. So when he was thinking like this, Prabhupada explains, one small lizard baby, it fell from the roof. And then it was thinking, oh, this small baby, what will happen to its food? How shall it eat? And then immediately an insect came in front. It simply had to extend its tongue and its feasting was done. So then he got this realization that how Krishna is arranging food. Lizard did not have to do anything, but simply it stood there, insect came crawling in front and it ate. Similarly, python does not do anything. Food keeps on coming to python. It is resting in one place. So thus we are thinking that I am doing something. Prakritehe kriyamanani gunay karmani sarvasha. So we have to understand the simple fact, when we were in the womb of the mother, was it possible for us to express any demands? Who was taking care? Krishna only, no? Krishna has arranged this material world in such a way that our eating, mating, sleeping, defending is taken care. Dogs do not get any job in Google and Microsoft, for which we are working hard. So female dogs, they refuse to marry. I will not marry you. You are not working for Google. I will not marry you. You are not MBA from IIM. I will not marry you. No. They also have marriage. They also have children. They also have life. So eating, mating, sleeping, defending is arranged for everyone. Within the womb, outside the womb also. But ahankar vimudhatma, when the soul becomes vimudha, vishesh mudha, especially foolish, he stuffs his brain very nicely with cow dung. No grey cell should remain, only cow dung should be here. So when a person becomes mad like this, then he thinks karta ham, I am the doer, I am doing something. So this is illusion. Within the womb Krishna was maintaining, outside the womb also Krishna is maintaining. Children have been made so cute, parents will be forced to take care of children. Forced to take care. This is the design. Chanakya Pandit says, as soon as child has taken birth, there is milk in the breasts of mother. Child cannot survive of anything but milk. And when the child is small, milk is there. Child grows up, milk stops. So how Krishna has done perfect arrangement for everything. So Krishna is taken care of within the womb. So outside the womb also he has done arrangements. So we cannot harm anybody. We cannot give any pleasure to anybody. Everyone is reaping the results of one's own karma. Foolishly, I think I am doing something. So that is why I should simply work for spiritual life. So Sridhar Swami, when he saw this lizard instance, immediately took sannyas. Did not care who will take care of my child. Immediately took sannyas. So thus we cannot create any difference in anybody's life here. If I directly want to do anything, karma will take care. Beyond karma, nobody can help, nobody can harm. Our cause of death is fixed as soon as we take birth. Education opulence is fixed as soon as we take birth. But we can change in one way. And what is that way? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam. If I surrender to Krishna completely, then our destiny changes. And the people who are connected with us, their destiny also changes. So all these questions, they come because we do not have faith in Krishna. Prabhupada gives example that Indian army takes so much care of the soldiers, family also if the soldiers die. Will Krishna not take care of his servants? Krishna is taking care of ordinary living entities, animals also. Will Krishna not take care of his servant? Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahami aham. Those who are thinking of me without any deviation within their heart and always engage in my service, yogakshemam vahami aham. I give what they lack in life and I preserve what they have. Why we do not have time to serve Krishna? Because I want to have something which I do not have and I want to protect what I have. Krishna tells, I will protect and I will give. Simply think of me within your heart and engage in my service. Krishna is giving guarantee. So if I want to have anything in life, I want to protect anything that I have in life, all I should do is think of Krishna constantly and engage in Krishna service constantly. Then Krishna will protect and Krishna will guide from the heart. So if anybody is serving Krishna, where is a question of any harm to him or people who are connected to him? So thus the parents of the devotees, their destiny also gets eliminated by Krishna. They are also going back to Godhead, to eternal life permanently. What can be a service greater than that? That a child surrenders to Krishna, not the parents. Father side, mother side, 7 generations, they are delivered. So this is the great nature of devotional service. This is the real service that a person can render. Otherwise, directly you may try to serve, nothing will happen. Their karma is only working. So when we discussed we should not trouble other living entities, it is because we will suffer. We will not be able to advance to Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, we cannot give trouble to others. Trouble is there in their destiny. If I don't give anxiety to others, other person will come and give anxiety. So when it is told you don't give anxiety because you will be saved. Anxiety will come to that person. Nobody can save a person. So it is for us. You don't give trouble to others because your heart will get contaminated. You will get stone-hearted. A stone-hearted person cannot do devotional service, cannot understand Krishna. So thus this was understanding. That is why we should not give anxiety to others. So when we join full time, sometimes there is a pain. So how do we understand there appears to be a direct relationship? Even though there appears to be a direct relationship, yes, sometimes parents they know. Many parents encourage their children to join. Sometimes parents may not understand and they get pained. But we have to understand this pain is important. This pain is purification. It is explained when Arjuna was shooting arrows on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the soldiers were getting tremendous pain. But that pain was purifying them. And when they got purified with that pain, and then they saw Krishna before death, they all went back to Godhead. So tapasya is required to go back to Krishna. So not everyone can take this tapasya. So this pain, physical, emotional pain which comes, that is tapasya is giving to them. So that is not actual pain, that is benediction. They are getting purified. It is surgery. Surgery is painful. So Akash underwent surgery last week. Difficult to talk, difficult to walk, difficult to sit. But if I want to have good health, surgery is required. So thus we should not shy away from pain. We should take pain in the service of Krishna. That is called austerity. So thus seeing from another perspective, the pain which the parents face, that is austerity. That is required for them, for us also. And another perspective Prabhupada tells, if a person joins in the service of Krishna, joins a movement, their parents live in much more prosperity than what otherwise they would have lived, Prabhupada tells. I think, oh, they will live in poverty, I could have helped them. No, sir. That money could have been taken by doctors, could have been taken by lawyers or thief, just like one devotee who was about to join temple. But his mother took him away. He was staying nicely, but father came and mother took him away. That he will not take care of us and this thing, and like this he was. And then he told me last week that, Prabhu, great robbery has happened in my house. My mother lost all her ornaments, jewelry, worth rupees 70 lakhs. How much money you could have given to their parents? Definitely not 70 lakhs. Everything is gone. Now she is not eating, she is not doing anything. So this is how we can understand. There is another instance. Many instances are there. So a person joined the temple. So I think online the devotees who are getting late, they can log off. I just wanted to share something, so I will continue. So, two brothers were there. One brother is brahmachari in temple, full time. And both of them were following nicely. And this younger brother was more sincere, apparently. But then this elder brother joined before him. And then the parents started crying and they became disturbed. So then this younger brother got carried away. And he told that, no, I have seen my parents crying, I will take care of my parents, I will not do this thing. Ultimately, our mind wants some excuse because their austerity is in devotional life. So our mind wants to give some excuse. So here and there. So, it's okay. We told you want to serve parents, no problem. You are not able to dedicate. At least follow Krishna consciousness. No. If I follow, I will surrender. So that is why people chant sometimes 15 rounds only or 15.9 because 16 करेंगे तो मर्सी हो जाएगी प्रभु मर्सी डेंजरस है बहुत मर्सी नहीं चाहिए So then he started visiting shopping malls and this thing, started roaming around with friends and girlfriends and everything. So next year he was supposed to join. After 1 year his degree was going to be over. And just next year he was returning from Delhi in a car. And they were traveling in the middle of night. Their car toppled in the accident and he died on the spot. And now again the parents are feeling separation. So the child would have joined the temple and the parents would have felt separation. Correct? But the separation has come in another form. He has left the body. So thus we can see what change we can make in somebody's life. If I think I'll be there, I'll continue. Life may not be there. Similarly, there is another case of another brothers. One brother joined, another brother, he became upset. He told, I will take care of family. Now this brother, same thing. They lost all their wealth. So they had some savings. That savings he spent in marriage. He got married to take care. And now this marriage was so bad, the wife who came, she was so bad that this poor person had to file for divorce. Now already all the money they spent for marriage. Somehow he got another 10 lakhs for divorce. That lawyer also cheated. Instead of 10, he took 20. So all the savings are finished. Father was not very rich. He got some money more than that, double money got spent, lawyer cheated. So there is no money practically left with them. Wife also is gone. And there were deaths in the family of very close relatives. So this person became mad. So now parents have to take care of him. What to speak of? He taking care of parents. He has gone mad. He wanted to take responsibility, wanted to give money. Money is gone over madness. Responsibility also has come. Then there is another case. Like this, so many cases we have seen. So somehow destiny was like that they would have come, money would have, so we think, oh, parents will lose money for this thing. No, money anyway, that money is not going to go to them. And in some cases, when money is supposed to go to them, the prosperity also increases. Many devotees tell Prabhu, this case was there for a long time, we are not able to have, we lost hope of the property, but then everything got resolved once I joined. My parents were suffering from this chronic disease, they were able to come out once I joined. I was suffering from so many problems, it got resolved. So Prabhupada, pure devotee of Krishna, is giving guarantee, parents live in more prosperity than what otherwise. Otherwise they would have spent money, or either disease would have taken money, or uselessly they would have spent, or it would have gone somewhere else. Similarly, another devotee, 3 years ago, I think, 2 years ago. So his brother also joined. And so then he wanted to take care of his family. And he told Prabhu, no, please give me some leave. I want to take care. Nobody is there. So he went home and he got such tremendous bodily pain, arthritis or back pain. Now he's there on bed and family is taking care of him. So unfortunate. So not only he could not contribute anything significantly, he has suffered physically. So we do not know how much Krishna is helping. If we have surrendered to Krishna, the force of the karma stops. We are about to lose our hand and legs, one pinprick would be there simply, or that also may not be there. Or it can be there sometimes for our purification. So thus in surrendering to Krishna, whatever misery comes, that misery is very good, that is austerity. And that is also very insignificant austerity, so much more suffering was there in our destiny. So thus there is no suffering for anybody. Otherwise, why God will give trouble to his parents? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave example. He was 24 years old. He had a mother, single mother. Father died. Brother also took sannyas. He went away, he left off. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had promised, when his brother Vishwarup took sannyas, I promise I will always serve you. His parents became very happy. He will always be with us. So despite his promise, and father also died after that, mother is alone in house. He married and for second time, and his wife was only 16 years old. Mahaprabhu did not give any son also, any child also. So childless wife, young wife, newly wedded wife, 16 years old, mother is old, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas at 24 years. What is the need? No, the need is. So the need is, everyone is thinking how to become happy in our life. And if we plan like this, we will always remain in stress. But if I plan how to make Krishna happy, people are suffering in this world simply because of lack of this knowledge in bodily concept. So this knowledge needs to be spread everywhere with great urgency. So when I work with this concept, with this understanding, I no longer wish to bother. Everyone is bothering about one's own self. Let me live, the Krishna makes me live. But I want to help others. I want to bring others out of the misery. So when I work in this concept with this attitude, then you see our life is full of unlimited bliss, and all the people who are connected with us, they also are very well, very nicely taken care of by Krishna. So thus there is no loss at all from any perspective. So we'll close here. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Chandra ki, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Shri Nitai Gaurang ki, Granthara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.